What is going on, guys? Anthony JMO back with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be playing the Phasmophobia map released by PixelatedDreams. I did help work on this map with him. Most of the props that are in this map that you'll find are all custom built by myself, and we were hard at work. You know, we were trying to build the most accurate recreation of Phasmophobia in Fortnite as humanly possible, and I think we did a terrific job. Overall, I hope you guys find this video to be helpful. If you did, feel free just to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and definitely give the map a try. It's a lot of fun, and there will be more maps to come. There is currently a Twitter poll on PixelatedDreams' Twitter account, where you guys can also vote on 3 different maps. The winner of that vote, if it's Ridgeview Roadhouse, if it's Grafton Farmhouse, or Maple Lodge Campsite, that will be the next map that is going to be built. Right now it is only Tanglewood, so just another heads up for you guys as well. For any first starters, you will be put through the whole voice recognition screen, where it basically runs you through like, hey, this is Phasmophobia, there's a photosensitivity warning, the voice recognition, all that will appear at the very beginning of your first experience. Once you're through all your first experience, you will always automatically spawn right here in the hub, as you guys can see. Also, keep in mind, this was another thing I wanted to mention, but I'm glad that it's here as well. So Pixel, thank you for adding this to the map, just a way to help people. Even if you're on an older model graphics card or older PC or something like that, you want your effects at least on medium or above. I can only really run this game at good performance if I'm on medium settings, which I am on right now, and I still get frame drops, so you guys can see dipping past 60 in some places. Other places it's relatively fine, but I'm under a GTX 1660, but I do have my own issues. You have your breaker, you have your little PixelatedDreams plug. If you guys don't know, Durburger is his main skin. So just for full disclosure, and you do have obviously always single player, multiplayer, things like that. There is a training mode if you guys need to learn how to play the map. I would recommend doing this, but aside from that, hopefully this guide will be enough to help you out. So basically you want to just click play. Obviously, if you're playing by yourself, it doesn't really matter. If you're playing with multiplayer, it's always just going to be one button, and then there will be multiple buttons here. But Tanglewood's the only map right now, so we're going to go ahead and get into this. And then yeah, so unfortunately, there is no currency system set up in this game yet for whether you get the ghost right, whether you get objectives complete, things like that. There will be a lot more to add in the future, we promise you.
Right now, none of the objectives are actually legit. You just have to have fun in the map. Obviously, don't die. You'll want anybody dying map. And then, obviously, cross the pixel for doing that. So be sure to use code PixelatedDreams to get a shot for your future Fortnite purchases.
Anyways, so you obviously have to start by grabbing the key. That's Phasmophobia 101. Whenever you come back, we have your journal right here. You guys can always open your journal. We'll get to that down the line. There is a thing right now where you cannot have anybody else pick up whatever you pick up. So there's your ghost book, your EMF reader, your spirit box, and your dots. So we're going to go ahead and grab ghost writing first, and then the dots projector. Everything is color coded. Obviously, we'll go ahead and grab our flashlight as well. And you guys can kind of see the detail put into this map. Everything was put in based on what we were able to gather. A lot of these are custom props. All the fencing is custom. The terrain, the lights, up to everything that you see is pretty much about as custom as it can get. So let's go ahead, run in this a little bit. All right, so we have EMF, or sorry, we don't have EMF. We have dots and we have ghost mode. And these locations will be here all the time. There are working lights, and you don't have to worry about turning on a few lights before the breaker kicks off. You can literally turn on every light in the house, and you'll be just fine. Because I'm in single player, it's going to take a little bit to get everything set up, because I do have to obviously go back into the van to get the stuff, but this is also meant to be played with 1 or more players. So we're going to go ahead and go back and grab the EMF and the spirit box. Alright, so anyways, so obviously we got the game in first person as well. There is another thing to mention in here as well. For example, we got our ghost hunting. Pretty early hunt. You can hide in closets. I don't believe the ghost will ever get in here. There's a good chance he can, but we should be okay. We're going to let this duration run out. There are things to look out for. All of that, by the way, is in the training mode, so if you are confused, uh, definitely look into the training mode as well before continuing on with playing the game. Otherwise, you're going to be very confused, and we don't want people being confused. So we're going to go ahead and open up some stuff, things to look out for. Just give you guys a little walkthrough of the area as well. Some things were placed out of grid, so some props may look a little off. But overall, I would say a phenomenal job, well done. Overall, we have the haunted mirror. We aren't going to add tarots or the music box. We might in the future, but as of right now, the way it stands, I think it's going to just be as is. But anyways, my effects are kind of messing up with the... Oh, okay. Let's get out of that. We were not expecting a ghost hunt so early. Or not again, anyways. He's gonna get stuck behind the door. We could go in there and loop the ghost a couple times, but it's not really all that worth. So things to note. You can intentionally kill the breaker. You can also put it back on. The breaker, unfortunately, doesn't really have anything to do with the ghosts. So it's like if a ghost turns off the breaker, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be another type of ghost. It just means that the breaker's turned off and you have to turn it back on, or you don't have to. It's up to you. It's just for the immersion's sake. And what we really tried to do is try to make it as accurate as possible, according with all the books, posters, the radiators, the chairs, the table, the entire kitchen, which I think is probably my favorite part of the entire house. Wait, let's see if we can get some evidence. Okay, so we have time. Unfortunately, another thing to keep in mind is that this ghost never leaves that bedroom. So as long as you're not in that bedroom, you should be fine. There is a bug right now where the minute you are in that bedroom, for whatever reason, if you're trying to listen for Spirit Box, it's really hard to get away from the ghost without him actually killing you due to the hitbox. You really can't motion around him, which is a little unfortunate, but needless to say, that is just how the game is. Okay. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. It does take a while to get some evidences here and there. Other games, you can go in and evidence, you know, like on a whim, just show up out of nowhere. So it's nice that there's that change of pace. Another thing to keep in mind, you can die in this locker. I'll explain that in a little bit more detail. But assuming there is a ghost that spawns in the kitchen that works his way here, or a ghost that spawns in this living room, if you hide in here, do your best to just stay as far back as you can. The minute you move close to the front, it will still attack you, unfortunately. It's very unfortunate that we haven't really been getting any evidence. Nothing standing out of the ordinary. Oh, we just got dots. Okay, so that green mist that you guys just saw was indeed dots. Unfortunately, the ghost is hunting. I don't know where they're hunting from. I want to assume they're yet again hunting from the garage. The ability of actually having that immersion of trying to loot the ghost or hide from the ghost only happens when the ghost spawns in the living room. Checking for ghost orbs. Oh, we have freezing. So whenever you see the white smoke, that is freezing. So we have freezing and dots. We did see the green mist earlier, so let's go ahead and now give you guys the journal so you can see what you can possibly get. So you come back here, you go to open journal, and now you can see all of the different things. So every ghost is marked, every evidence is marked. So we did indeed get dots, and we got freezing temps. So it can only be a Yurei or an Oni, and this is kind of where the game basically forces you to, in a sense, be big brain. We don't have any indicators on how to cross off certain objectives. I believe they would just take up too many channels. So we haven't really put that in there. But for example, we can actually go ahead and pull up what Yurei evidences are going to be. So For those who don't know what you would be looking for, things like that. When it comes to a Yurei, you want Ghost Orb, you want Freezing Temps, and you would want Dots. So keep that in mind as we go along here. And then for an Oni, you're going to want the following. You're going to want EMF 5, Freezing Temps, and Dots. And now this is going to be the interesting part. We basically have to wait out listening to EMF 5 and potentially Ghost Orbs. So, luckily Ghost Orb you can find in any room. Oh, my man swung at me. So there you go with the immersion thing. Unfortunately, I wasn't expecting that, I'm not gonna lie to you. But again, there you go. As a part of the immersion, I'm kind of glad that that did happen, because I kind of walked out there. Had I stayed in that room, I probably would have died. But now that the ghost is done, we can do a quick Ghost Orb check before the next hunt. Hopefully it doesn't hunt immediately. My heart's still racing a little bit from that, I won't lie to you. Okay. There is a good chance that you may, for example, kill the breaker. There is a good chance where, excuse me, where you may get the same ghost multiple times in a row that it's not meant to happen. However, it can happen, and it is just out of our control. The RNG with all of that is just out of our hands. The ghost won't come down here, but there is the makeshift hiding spot for anyone who's into that cheeky sort of thing. We just need Ghost Orbs. Ghost Orbs are EMF5. I'm a little used to the map, so I kind of know already where I'm looking for Ghost Orbs. And the only other thing we would need is to listen to EMF5. So as long as we do that, we're okay. Last time I tried this, chat, or to anyone watching, yeah. Last time I did that, I actually almost ran into the ghost. So I don't want to make that same mistake again. I can kind of play around with the ghost too, kind of bait him back out here, but he'll never know. And EMF 5 you should be able to hear throughout the entire house. But no Ghost Orbs. Okay. Get in this locker first. Just give the EMF 5. Let it be an Oni. Sneaky Ghost Orb and EMF 5. There you go, there's dots. Stay exactly where they belong. I've never fought so hard to get in Ghost Orb or EMF 5 in my entire time playing this game ever. There we go. See? You just have to say it, and then it happens. Alright, so that works. That's EMF 5. That is our EMF 5 indicator, so we can leave on EMF 5. You see it's an Oni right there. It is sometimes hard to look for the names after the fact, but you basically afterwards, you're going to want to mark Oni whenever the currency system is put in, so you are going to be required to mark the ghosts. Then you pretty much come back in here, close van, you see the lift gate come up, then you see the door shut, and then it loads you in. Our Oni is saying his last goodbye before we end. And that's all you gotta do. That's literally Phasmophobia in Fortnite. I think it's very nice and immersive to know the fact that you can spend nearly 30 minutes in one game. Like, that took me so long to get EMF 5. Hands down. And then you're back in the lobby with some other stuff. Shout out to Pixel again for deciding to actually go through with making the map. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you can appreciate all the little details, the minor things that we tried to do here. Glow sticks and whatnot, all done by PixelatedDreams, at least this area anyways. And don't forget, support him as a creator. Get that in there. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. Again, if you did, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe. There's more maps to come in the future. We're going to be doing at least every other map aside from, I'm assuming, Asylum, High School, and Prison. Those are the only 3 maps that I, at the moment, can say will probably never be made. And the sole purpose is Fortnite just does not have enough channels to allow you to interact with literally every little thing. So, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this was very inspirational to you guys, for those content creators out there, and for those who just have a love for Phasmo. Hopefully you guys may have found some nice interest in this as well. Get tired of Phasmo, you want to play more Phasmo, but don't want to play the actual game, you can play this one, right? So everyone's happy at that point. But anyways, you guys all take care, be safe, stay out of trouble, enjoy your lives, help those in need, and most importantly, keep on being you. Be the best you that you can be. Anyways, you guys take care. Peace.